Hi guys, Carla Morrow here of Dragon Lady Art. I wanted to share that I got in the Enchanted Blossoms book sample in. I wanted to show you guys what the actual book will look like. So this isn't from the same publisher. This is just a sample book from Walmart, but I wanted to have it physically in my hands. I did receive it Saturday in time for my gallery opening, so I wanted to show it off there. But I wanted to walk through a video with you guys and show you what it actually looks like. So all of the pages are absolutely stunning. Kind of the only difference between this version and the one that you'll be receiving is the paper is matte in that book to kind of share do the Victorian thing. The cover will also be matte. This is a gloss cover. I wish I was able to get the matte one, but they didn't have it available when I ordered it. But you can see the illustrations pan across the pages along with the text. And how I have it set up in a certain way. So each section is by alphabet, and it has a letter header at the top of each section, and then it goes into the type of flower and the type of flower. And then when it switches over to the sentiments, there's an ink drawing at the top of that. This is all outlined in the front. There is a table of contents. So this is all the before stuff. The table of contents, so there's the foreword by me, and the acknowledgments and the book itself, information about the book itself, my childhood, and then there's the alphabet and the corresponding page number with flowers and sentiments as well. I know it's backwards, I'm sorry. But, so you can see the pages. I worked really hard to make sure that the illustrations actually match the pages and fit the book. There's several different kinds of illustrations. We have these card illustrations that have the border, and then there's like 3/4 page illustrations that wrap around the text. And so there's several different kinds in here, but all of the colors came out gorgeous. And all of the images came out amazing, if I do say so myself. So there's a smattering of different types of illustrations. There's also a lot of the ink illustrations. I used the ink illustrations not only for the sentiment headers, but for gap fillers as well. So there's no really blank space on any of the pages. They all are filled with illustrations to the brim. There'll be 3 more spreads when we get that finished, since we hit that goal. So this is F. And I've also got some ink insects in there as well, insect dragons that fit in with the illustrations. But there's all kinds of different insect dragons, and there's a little snail guy up there, a nice little space filler, a little header. And then the butterfly dragons, all of the butterfly dragons that are in the Enchanted Blossoms deck are in this book. Every single one of them was worked in. So there's the H header. There are no repeats in the book between any of the illustrations. So between the headers, the cards, and the full illustrations, a lot of them have multiple flowers in them, and they are flowers that are on that particular page, but there are no repeats in the book. And I still have plenty to make the 3 spreads with. The spreads themselves won't match up with any of the alphabets. I'll probably just be doing them as like full garden pages, but you can see the ink and then the full piece. And a lot of these, so the card, like this was the card that was in the Oracle deck, and this is all added in. And I used a mixture of traditional and digital techniques, but I used the digital in a way that it mimics the traditional look. So it's seamless. You can't tell a difference between the ink or the digital work and the watercolor work. So a page with 2 cards, there's an ink piece there, and the header. And the headers, each of the alphabets have headers. This is M, that's one of my favorite illustrations that I did. I love hibiscus, which have a different meaning in here, and that's what's been interesting, is seeing the different meaning, the different title, the flower names between like the English speaking, the UK speaking English and the American English. Some of them threw me for a loop, but like hibiscus was one of them. I'm trying to remember what the actual, is it mallow? I think is what it's called, but we call it hibiscus here, and it's mallow in UK British. And again, this was like 150 years ago too, so the original text that I used for the book. So that image actually wraps all the way around the text. There's the header and the ink. So yeah, this is the book. And I'm excited to share it with you guys. I'm excited that it got made. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for your help, we would have never gotten it made. The paperback we've unlocked. We're now headed towards the coloring book. So the coloring book will be laid out the same way. So this is literally the coloring book. You just won't have the color in it. It'll all be like the ink illustrations. That's what this will all look like. So you'll have a full hardcover or paperback first. If we can hit 20K, we'll unlock the hardcover. But the paperback version of the coloring book will be this entire book, just ink. So the pages will all, I can bring that front page up. So basically the pages will all look like this, and you'll be able to color them. That'll be fully matte, fully colorable. It's not really great for like marker, but it'll be awesome for colored pencil or crayon, more of the dry mediums. The paper will be extra thick, so it might be able to handle marker. We'll see. I am going to put in an extra page or two at the end of that one to have a sample page to kind of try your medium on and to see if it bleeds to the paper, so you don't actually ruin any of the pages before you start coloring in it. So that's where we're headed next, is the coloring book, and I'm excited to share this with you guys. I'm excited for you guys to see and hold the actual book in your hands. So thank you so much. Thank you for the Kickstarter, and onward and upward. Let's see what we can get. Thank you guys. Bye.